Hi guys, this video is about SEO interview questions. Let's segregate this article into three sessions: basic level and intermediate level and expert level. In this video, I'm going to explain you about basic level SEO interview questions and answers. Coming to first question, what is SEO? This is almost always the first SEO interview question you will face. According to most, SEO is the practice of increasing the quantity and quality of traffic to your website through organic search. And SEO helps to increase the visibility of the business. 93% of online experiences begin with the search engines. And people trust organic results more than paid results. Having your website listed for right keywords bring potential traffic to your website. Coming to second question, what does SEO stands for? You all know SEO stands for search engine optimization. Coming to third question, why SEO is so important to businesses? There is a popular joke in the online industry that is, if you want to hide a dead body, you should hide it in the second page of Google. Because if your industry is not in the first page of Google, your competitors will take all your customers. Why SEO is that much important? To successful in the online world, it is very important to have a well optimized website. One big advantage of SEO against PPC is even if you stop your SEO activities today, your results won't stop tomorrow, unlike PPC. SEO is very important for businesses if they want to make more sales without high marketing costs. Coming to fourth question, what is search engine? According to Google, search engine is a program that searches for and identifies items in a database and correspond to keywords or characters specified by the user, used especially for finding particular sites on the World Wide Web. Search engine answers the queries entered by the user and gives them the list of relevant results based on the various factors. Coming to fifth question, name of a few search engines other than Google. One of the most common SEO interview question is this. Uh, Popular search engines other than Google are Bing, Yahoo, DuckDuckGo, Yandex, and there are actually so many types of search engines. For example, YouTube is a search engine which only results in video results. If you consider based on the traffic, YouTube is the second popular search engine in the world. Coming to sixth question, who are the founders of Google? Larry Page and Sergey Brin are the founders of Google while they are pursuing PhD. Coming to seventh question, in which year Google was founded? In 1998. Coming to eighth question, what does Google stands for? The letters Google does not stand for anything. It's not an abbreviation. When Larry Page and Sergey Brin started the company, they named it Backrub. After they realized that they need a new name, they wanted to name as Google. Google. When they wanted to register, they misspell it as Google. And rest is the history. Coming to ninth question, what are the most important Google ranking factors? There is no definite, concrete answer for this. Everything we know is based on our experiments. Coming to 10th question, most important Google ranking factors are, there are so many. I listed few of them. Quality content, quality and relevant backlinks, page speed, mobile first, brand strength, domain strength, user experience, content depth, technical SEO, signals, content freshness, schema code, HTTPS, domain authority, and content type. Coming to 11th question, what is web crawling? Web crawling is the process where search engine bots crawl the websites for indexing. Those are called a spider or spider bot. Crawlers use hyperlinks to visit other pages, documents, and bring information back to the web servers for indexing. Once the crawler visits a page, it makes a copy of it and adds URLs to indexing. More fresh content you produce, more frequent your website will be crawled from search engines. Coming to next question, what is SERP? SERP stands for Search Engine Results Page. When you search anything on search engines, this is the page where you can see all the results. SERP includes PPC listing and organic listing. Listings are available in multiple formats based on the keywords. Coming to next question, what is an organic result? Among the two types of search engines, search results, in SERP, organic results are displayed by the search engine based on the relevancy, quality, and other ranking factors. Organic results are unpaid results and also called as free results, natural results. Ranking of organic results is based on various factors. Organic results can be seen under the paid results. Coming to next question, what is a paid result? Paid results are which advertisers pay to get their ads displayed above organic results on SERP. Paid results are quick and advertisers don't need to optimize their websites content to rank. Next question, what is Google Sandbox? Google Sandbox effect is a theory that states new websites are normally in the probation period and can't be able to rank well for its most important keywords. The theory states Google needs some time to observe before taking it out of the imaginary area. It may be caused by building too many links within a short period of time. It has never announced officially but was mentioned when Google talking about different topics. Next question, what is Google Autocomplete? Google Autocomplete is a function in Google and other search engines. When a user starts typing in the search box, the Google Autocomplete function gives you a list of options to complete your search. It helps users to finish the search with less time and effort, especially when you are searching from a mobile device. The search suggestions are based on the popular searches and also based on your search history. Next question, what is Googlebot? Googlebot is a Google's web crawler to find, crawl, and index web pages. Next question, what is DA? DA, which stands for Domain Authority, it is a metric developed by Moz. It ranges from 0 to 100. The higher, the better. The more DA you have, the better possibility of ranking. It is a most common question in SEO interview. Next question, difference between DA and PA. DA is domain authority and PA is page authority. Domain authority, it explains the authority of your entire website. The higher the DA, the higher the possibility of ranking. But DA is one of the hundreds of ranking factor. Page authority explains the authority of a specific page based on the backlink, social sharing, etc. Next question, what is a domain? People can't remember numbers, but they can remember words. Domain names exist as it's easy to remember a word or phrase instead of remembering long string of numbers. You can find an example here. Google.com is easy to remember than this number. It is simply a part of the address and works as a descriptor. Next question, what is a TLD? TLD means top level domain. Top level domain is the final part of an internet address. There are different types of TLD. They are available like .com, .net, .org, .co, .in, etc. Next question, what is CCTLD? CCTLD is a country code top level domains. Each country has their own domain extension. All CCTLDs are just two characters. For example, in for India, .us for USA. Next question, what is web hosting? If you consider buying a website is like buying a home, web hosting is the land or space you buy. Web hosting is access to space web hosting companies provide where you can build your website. The server has to be connected to the internet. When visitors type the domain name, the devices connects to the server and the pages will be delivered. Next question, what does URL stands for? URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. It is the addresses of a web page or a document on the www. URL has multiple parts. It begins with protocols like HTTPS, HTTP, and etc. Let's see the multiple components of URL. Protocol, method used to process the URL like HTTPS, HTTP, and etc. Domain, the domain name like upgrade.com. And next, path, the folder and pages of the website. Query string, parameters of dynamic data. Hash, finds the specific session of a web page. All these are the components of URL. Next question, what is white hat SEO? One of the most common interview question for SEO. White hat SEO is a process of improving your web search engine rank following the guidelines of search engine without compromising on your methods. White hat SEO doesn't involve in manipulating search engines with shady methods, but instead of involving in building search engine friendly websites and user experiences. White hat involves in creating quality content which provides value to the visitors and helps them to earn links instead of building backlinks. Next question, what is black hat SEO? Black hat SEO is a process of trying to manipulate search engine algorithms to improve the search engine ranking. It violates the search engine guidelines. Black hat SEOs practices the method to get immediate results instead of building a website with users in mind. There are so many black hat methods they utilize and search engines identify and offers penalty if get caught. Black hat methods might be helpful in short term, but if you are planning for long term, the black hat definitely is not the solution. If your site gets penalized, it takes so much time and efforts to remove it. Next question, difference between white hat and black hat SEO. The list of methods which are following Google guidelines are called white hat SEO. The list of methods which are not following Google guidelines are called black hat SEO. Next question, what are the black hat SEO practices to avoid? Cloaking, keyword stuffing, link exchange, buying links, PNB, link hiding, link farming, gateway or doorways pages. Next question, what is PNB? PBN. PBN stands for Private Blog Network. Some black hat SEOs will them to link to their important websites and transfer the authority. Google is against this method as it can uplift a spammy website, so they are most often hidden from search engines. Next question, what are the popular SEO tools available in the market? There are so many SEO tools available in the market. For example, Google Analytics, Google Search Console, Google Keyword Planner, Bing, Webmaster Tools, Alexa, Moz, etc. Next question, what is a do-follow link? Do-follow is the default hyperlink. When search engines find a do-follow link, it crawls the page and passes the authority. from one website to another website. More do follow links from high authority sites means possibility of better ranking in SERP. As backlink it is still an important ranking factor. For example, do follow link. Here you can see a do follow link. Next question, what is a no follow link? No follow is another type of backlink where webmaster can tell search engines that not to follow the specific link. Well, it doesn't guarantee Google to not to follow the links. Businesses use no follow link when they link social media sites or any other third party sites and doesn't want to pass their link juice to those websites. Next question, what is the difference between do follow and no follow links? A do follow link passes the link juice from one domain to another, and the no follow links doesn't pass the link juice. A do follow link is more valuable in terms of SEO and no follow links are less valuable. It is like 80-20 rule. You can create 80% of do follow links in website and 20% of no follow links. Next question, what is on page SEO? What is on page SEO? On page SEO is the list of activities performed in the website to increase the performance of the website in ranking, user experience and conversion. Primary aspects of on page SEO is page title, meta description, meta tags, URL structure, body tags, keyword density, image, internal linking. Next question, what is a keyword? Keywords are the words or phrases search engine users use to find relevant content. They are also known as queries. What is keyword frequency? Keyword frequency is the number of times a specific keyword phrase appears on the web page. Next question, what is keyword difficulty? Keyword difficulty is a metric to define how difficult it is to rank for a specific keyword based on its popularity and competition. Next question, what is keyword proximity? Keyword proximity tells the distance between two keywords on a web page. Next question, what is keyword density? Keyword density is the percentage of times a keyword or phrase appears on a specific web page. For example, if a keyword appears 5 times in an article of 200 words, the density would be 2.5%. There is no ideal keyword density, but 3 to 4% is considered as the best practice for SEO. Next question, what is keyword stuffing? Keyword stuffing is a black hat SEO method which increases the number of keyword density to a far higher range in order to rank for potential keywords. After the Panda update, it's not recommended to keyword stuff to manipulate search engines and should be avoided at all costs. Next question, what is keyword stemming? Keyword stemming is a process of identifying the root word of a keyword and creating new keywords by adding suffixes, prefixes and pluralization. Next one, what is keyword prominence? Keyword prominence tells where your keyword is located in a web page. For example, in a blog section, it is better to have your keyword in the article, especially first and last paragraph. Next one, what is NAP? NAP stands for name, address, phone number. NAP is one of the critical aspects of local SEO. It helps search engines to understand and identify the list of companies to be displayed for specific location-based searches. Next one, how do you know if you are using the right number of keywords in a page? There is no right number or range. You have to make sure the keywords in the content looks natural and doesn't look forced. Next one, what is long tail keyword? Long tail keywords are phrases which have more than 4 words and very specific in nature. Next one, what is bounce rate in SEO? Bounce rate is the percentage of website users who leaves the website from the landing page without visiting other pages or without taking any specific action. According to Google, bounce rate is the percentage of all sessions on your site in which users viewed only a single page and triggered only a single request to the analytics server. To lower the bounce rate, increase some engagement on your page, like with the help of internal links, CTA, etc. Increase page speed, matching users' experience, and more. Next question, what are header tags? Header tags are nothing but header tags in your page. It ranks from H1 to H6, with H1 begins the biggest and H6 being the smaller header. H1 and H2 are considered to be the most important for SEO. Next one, what are meta descriptions? Meta descriptions are one of the important SEO tags where it's recommended to optimize for keywords. Apart from that, it is crucial to design a meta description in a way that users wants to read more about your web page and thus improve your CTR. CTR means click-through rate. Next question, what are internal links? Internal links are hyperlinks that connects one web page to another web page of your domain. Internal link structure is very important for both user experience and search engines. Internal links help search engines to crawl and index the web pages for the website and helps link juice pass from one page to another page. It properly optimized. Right placements of internal links reduces the bounce rate of the web page. Next question, what are outbound links? Outbound links are links that link your website to another website. Having too many outbound links might hurt your SEO as they pass link juice from your domain to another domains. It is recommended to have no follow links to outbound links to avoid passing on authority. Next one, what are inbound links? Inbound links are links coming from another domain to your domain. Next one, difference between an inbound link and an outbound link. Inbound links are incoming links from other domains to your domain. Outbound links are links that links your website to another website. Next one, what is robots.txt? Robots.txt is a text file. It is the file. It instructs search engine crawlers about indexing and caching of a web page, file of a website or directory domain. Next one, what are anchor text? Anchor text is the clickable text in a hyperlink. Anchor text helps users to understand what the page is about. It also holds SEO value if keywords implemented, but in case of over optimized might get punished from Google. Anchor text should be natural and diversity is important, like brand, long tail, image links, exact matches. Next one, why is an anchor text is important in SEO? Search engine users use anchor text to understand the context of the page it is linking to. This holds some SEO value in terms of understanding search engines what the page is about. Next one, what is title tag? Title tag helps Google and our users to understand the purpose of the web page. Optimizing page title is an important on-page task where it's recommended to use your primary keyword. Also, the title tag should be good enough to make search engine visitors click on it and visit your web page. Next one, what is SEO friendly URLs? SEO friendly URLs are URLs which are easy for both search engines and users to understand. URLs which are static instead of dynamic, without parameters, keywords optimized, reader friendly and short. Next one. What is robots meta tag? Robots meta tag tells the search engines how to treat the page with commands like follow, no follow, index and no index. Next one. What is 301 redirect? 301 redirect is a permanent redirect method to redirect users and search engines to redirect from old URLs to new URLs. When a webmaster wants to redirect from one URL to another URL for various reasons, 301 is considered as the best as it passes most of the link juices from the old pages to the new pages. Next one, what is Search Console or Webmaster Tools? Google Search Console, previously known as Webmaster Tools, is a tool Google provides to webmasters to check the health of their websites in the eyes of this search gained. Not only webmaster can analyze the various aspects of the website like checking indexing status, crawl errors, crawl status, keyword performance, backlinks, but also can be able to disavow URLs, apply for page reindex, upload XML sitemap, etc. If you are attending an SEO interview, learn and practice more on this. Next one, what is alt tag? Alt tag is an HTML attribute that helps us to give a description to every image you publish in your website. If any reason the image can't be displayed in the browser, user can read the alt tag and understand that the image relate to. It also helps search engines to understand what the image is about, which helps them to understand more about the page. Alt tags Alt tags can increase the ranking from the website's images in image search of search engines. Next one, what is off-page SEO? Off-page SEO is the list of activities performed away from the website to improve the ranking and visibility of the website. Primary aspects of off-page SEO are guest blogging, reverse guest blogging, social networking sites, press release, and etc. Next one, what are backlinks in SEO? When one website links to another website, that is called a backlinks. Backlinks are an important SEO ranking factor. There are two types of backlinks, no follow and do follow backlinks. When a page gets multiple relevant backlinks from authority sites, Google and other search engines consider the page to be more relevant to the search query, thus improving the rank of the web page. Next one, how important are backlinks? Google consider backlinks like a oath. The more backlinks a website has, the more popular and important it is. But as we mentioned in the early answers, just the number is not only factor. There are so many other factors decided how much value every backlink brings to your website. The authorization of the website, the relevancy of the website, the value of the page where we get backlinks from, location of the page where we get backlinks, and so on. Next one, what is search engine submissions? Search engine submissions is a process of submitting your websites to popular search engines to make sure it gets crawled and indexed. Next one, what is forum posting? Forum posting is an off-page technique where you create a profile on relevant forum, create a thread, engage with other users participating in online discussion to get backlinks to your website. This could have been a great way to reach out to potential users and engage, but some advertisers spammed and process and thus lost the trustability. But still, if you can engage with users and educate them, clear their doubts, help them find the solution, we can still utilize this method. Next one, what is RSS feed? RSS stands for Really Simple Syndication. RSS feed submission is a process of submitting RSS feeds to RSS submission directory. It is helpful for users to get updated on multiple blogs, websites, and news from a single location. The usability of RSS is very limited now, and the way people consume content has changed along the time. Next one, what is blog commenting? Blog commenting is a process of adding comments on a blog post with a relevant backlink to your website. There are two types of blog commenting, automated and manual. Blog commenting is usually a scammy process where you don't read a blog post and comment on a mass scale. It doesn't add any value to the reader or publisher. Next one, SEO value of blog commenting. It is obvious that the value practice of blog commenting is not how it is used to be. The links doesn't hold any value as they are mostly no follow these days. It can only be valuable if you choose the right blog, share the right link, and if people follow your page based on that link. Next one, what is referral traffic? Referral traffic is the visits you get from third-party domains. You can improve the referral traffic by building or earning links from potential and relevant websites. Next one, is redirectory submission still work? Redirectory submissions is an off-page SEO technique still getting utilized by some businesses. It works only if your business is getting listed on a popular directory websites where people actually look for businesses. Listing the website in dozens of websites just to get backlinks is an old concept that should be avoided. Next one, what is PPC? PPC stands for pay per click, or PPC is a kind of advertisement campaign in which advertisers are charged when user click on the advertisement. The amount charged on the advertiser is called cost per click. Most PPC advertising will include a CPM component as well. CPM is an abbreviation for cost per mile, or in plain English, cost per thousand ads impression. Next one, what is CTR? CTR stands for click-through rate. We can get the CTR by dividing the number of impressions by the number of clicks. Example, if you got 15 clicks out of 150 impressions, your click-through rate would be 10%. CTR is not a direct ranking factor, but in a long run, it can improve the ranking on SERP. Next one, what is EMD? EMD, or exact match domain, is a domain which includes the search phases. For example, bytablesonline.com. Next one, what is the difference between PageRank and search engine result page? PageRank is a Google algorithm. This is a metric for measuring the performance of the web page submitted by webmasters to the search engines. Google discontinued revealing the PageRank to the world. SERP lists the pages that relate to any query made by the users. These results include both organic search as well as paid results. The results in SERPs hold some position, and these are not just random positions. The ranking positions are decided by the search engine using sophisticated algorithms, and PageRank is one of them.